Hey Nick, thanks for having me on an episode of FAQ Fridays. It's good to be on the other side of the camera and I look forward to answering these questions. I think the main thing about Thailand is the people. It's not called the land of smiles for nothing, and it really is an amazing place to live in. Whenever you hear about somebody going there for a holiday, they come back with a smile on their face and they say that they've had the most amazing experience there. But if you actually get to live and teach in the country, it's a whole nother level. And the fact that there's amazing public transport networks all the way from the north, where there are beautiful mountains, down to the far south, it's really easy to move around during your holidays when you're a teacher. Another great thing about living and working in Thailand as a teacher is that the cost of living is very low and your salary is relatively high. One can earn between 9 and 12,000 Rand a month, and accommodation for a month can be between 700 Rand to 1,500 Rand only per month, depending on where you are. Dinner can set you back only about 15 to 20 Rand if you eat local. One is able to travel, from the bottom of the country right to the top for about 400 Rand on a train, which is, it's a long stretch. So generally speaking, one can live like a bit of a king compared to how you would in Cape Town or in South Africa. I think everyone, when they apply, asks me this question, especially about certain islands near Phuket, Koh Phi Phi, Koh Phangan, Koh Samui, all the famous islands. And unfortunately, the demand or the competition to get a teaching position in these popular tourist destinations is very high. So the chances of getting placed on a very sort of famous beach or a very famous island are quite low. Having said that, there are schools scattered around the coast of Thailand in less sort of famous tourist destinations where one is able to find work. The school year starts in November and the holidays then start again in March the following year. The holidays are March and April, and then the new school term starts again in May and then goes until October. So generally speaking, you can either get a full 1-year contract and then you get 3 months of holiday within that period, or you get a contract between 4 and 6 months, which allows you to teach for one of the full terms. Generally, one teaches for 5 days a week, 4 to 5 hours per day. When I taught in Thailand, I taught between 8 and 3 p.m. So generally, I'd go to work at 8, they would have a school assembly, which was great. And then I would have 2 classes followed by lunch. And then after lunch, I would teach between 2 or 3 classes. So normally I'd be home between sort of 3 or 4 in the afternoon and have time to relax, go exploring, or plan different lesson plans for the following day. When I was over in Thailand, I felt very safe. When you're in the touristy areas, it's a little bit busy and one needs to be a little bit more careful. But generally in Thailand, one doesn't need to worry too much about crime. It's a very good question, is it safe for girls? To be honest, most of the applicants that I have and most of the people that I send over to Thailand are actually women. And they have a very, very good time there and they are very safe. I've recently interviewed a lady by the name of Amanda Matthias. She is from California, and if you look in the description of the video, you can find her video there of her telling us about her experience. Thanks for the question, Henriette. That's a very good question, and the answer is yes, you still will need a TESOL certificate. A teaching degree and experience as being a teacher in South Africa is definitely a good thing, and it will put you in good stead for the experience and help you adapt to teaching in Thailand. But having said that, teaching English as a foreign language in Thailand is very different to teaching in South Africa. There are various sort of cultural challenges that one needs to address. There's various teaching styles which one needs to be taught specific to the Thai students. The TESOL course in Hua Hin addresses the Thai learning style and is very much focused on Thailand itself. There is also a 1-week-long cultural orientation course, which is fantastic. During this 1 week, you don't do anything to do with the classroom, you do only things to do with learning about Thailand. So you learn about Thai politics, Thai history, you do Thai cooking lessons, you go to a Muay Thai gym and you train, you learn about the Buddhist temples and Buddhism, you go and visit them as well. So it's really a nice time to bond with the people around you who are from different parts of the world, all going there to do the same thing. We generally accept people between the ages of 19 and 45. Having said that, if you're 18 or 19 on the younger side, you do need to be slightly more mature than your average 18 or 19-year-old, because this experience does come with some challenges and some adapting to culture. And being a teacher, as you know, would be a real responsibility. So you need to be mature and ready for it. Towards the 45, 50, 55, 60 spectrum, we do look at applications, and age does fit into one of the criteria which schools look at. They're looking for people with high energy that are going to adapt to living and teaching in Thailand. And for that reason, we generally put the bracket of 19 to 45. But if you are older or slightly younger, you can still apply.